Hey everybody, Jeremy the Average Running Guy here, and today is day 15 of the 21-day upload challenge. We have 6 days left, right? 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, we have 6 days left in this 21-day upload challenge. And I had a thought come to me yesterday about what I was going to film today and what I wanted to convey in today's video. I wanted to talk about what makes an athlete, what labels somebody as an athlete. So let's get into it. So I am already at work today. I left one location, I'm headed to a different location. And I thought this would be a perfect time to just chat, you know, as if you're riding to work with me, in a sense. But what makes an athlete? What makes me an athlete? What makes you an athlete? Because we are all athletes. I will never forget when I was in high school, and I was in choir for all 4 years of high school. I was in choir from 6th through 12th grade, and then I was in a barbershop quartet for 3 years. And I will never forget one of my and this was one of my worst experiences in high school. Sorry, I'm paying attention to the road. This was one of my worst experiences in high school. It was one of my teachers saying to me that I'm not athletic and that I will probably never play sports. Now, I internalized that. And after I got into college, I got into triathlons. I got into cycling very heavily. And then I eventually, I didn't like running, but I got into running and did my first half marathon in 2012. All to prove that teacher wrong. Now, did I think of myself as an athlete? No, not then, because I had that teacher's thoughts in my head of, hey, he's not going to be, he's not athletic, he's not an athlete. It doesn't matter what sport you do. It doesn't matter if you walk only during 5Ks, 10Ks, half marathons, or even a full marathon. It doesn't matter. If you get out there and you put in the effort and you, oh, hold on. Green light turned red, turned yellow, so I gotta slow down. I don't want you to go flying. It doesn't matter whether you walk, you run only, you run, walk, run. It doesn't matter if you have to get out there and crawl. If you get out there, you put in the time to better yourself, and you put in the effort, and you give it your all, you're an athlete. You do not, and this is something I had to learn, you do not have to run a certain pace. You do not have to cycle a certain amount of mileage. You don't have to do any of that. If you get out there and you put your best effort in it, something that betters yourself, to me, you're an athlete. And in my mind, the chess player is just as much as an athlete as the marathoner. Let me explain that some, because some people may think, Jeremy, this guy sits at a chessboard and does this. No, versus a marathoner that, has to go to the track and do his training runs and, does all this crazy stuff so he can be he can run 26 miles as fast as he can. That chess player and that marathoner, in my mind, put in the same amount of effort because they want to be the top of their field. Now, you may not have a goal of being at the top of your field, and that is totally fine. You are an athlete, and don't let anybody tell you otherwise. And something else I thought of when I went back to thinking about that high school teacher that told me I wasn't athletic and I wasn't an athlete. After a while of me thinking about that, and I started doing these races of sprint triathlons, a couple Olympic triathlons, and a half marathon, and doing some running, and I hated swimming. Oh, triathlon, I hated swimming. So then I started doing duathlons, which is run, bike, run. But I digress. I started to think about that teacher's comment, and it was overwhelming me to where I would train harder so I could prove that person wrong. But don't let the comments of people telling you you're not an athlete drag you down mentally. because you can start obsessing over that, and that's not healthy. That's not healthy for your mind. That's not healthy for your body. It's just not healthy. So if someone ever tells you that, be like, okay, cool. That's your definition of an athlete, but I know that I'm an athlete. You know, I do sports, if you want to call it that. I forgot what TV show that's from. It was like, I do sports. But yes, you are an athlete no matter what your pace is, no matter what your time is. There is no definition of what makes a runner. And I've also been told, well, you're not a runner because you don't do this certain amount of pace. Well, I'm doing those paces now. So the person that told me that, you know what to do. There's no pace, and I love that Runners Without Limits podcast has touched on this a lot. Heather and Jen have touched on this topic a lot of you are an athlete no matter what your pace, no matter if you run, walk, run, or you just walk. That does not matter. I feel like I'm kind of, you know, saying the same things over and over again because that's how, like, strongly I feel about it. So, just remember, you're an athlete. It doesn't matter what your time is, what your pace is. You are an athlete, and you can do this. All right, that's going to wrap it up for me today for day 15 of the 21-day upload challenge. Tomorrow is day 16. We'll see you tomorrow.